going on?
Uh, you want my honest thoughts? That challenge was bullshit. But I mean, the outcome's the outcome, and so we gotta play with the cards that we're dealt and move forward from there.
Okay. So now that you have the pit looming tonight,
I want to talk about that. It's not where I wanted to be.
No?
No, the pit is not where I wanted to be.
Why is that?
I'd much rather be safe, but you know, it's not what the universe had in store.
Do you think you're vulnerable tonight?
No.
No?
Not at all. Not unless I'm being lied to by 7 out of 8 people on the tribe.
What are you doing to try to accomplish your goal tonight?
I mean, I don't think much needed to be done. I think with last week's discussion, or a couple days ago, whenever we went to the pit the last time, I think everybody kind of decided at that time the boot order, because there was 2 names that were brought up, and both of them were in discussion, and everybody coalesced around Zach, and everybody kind of agreed that if we go back, then it's David, and so that's where we're at.
Is there any talks about the special announcement?
Not as of yet. I am curious as to what it is, but I'm also like hella nervous because I don't know if it'll be a good thing.
It does come after the vote, so does it have any bearing on the vote?
No, because I think the tribe is in consensus that this vote will allow us to purge the tribe of any negativity. So I think that'll put us in a much better place where we're all able, everybody left has a good working relationship with everybody. So I think we'll be in a much better place. And if I'm honest, I've been working all day chatting with a couple people, and we've not really talked about the announcement. We've more or less focused on the pit. So it's kind of one thing at a time, I guess.
Who do you trust the most?
It's a really good question. I have a couple people that, I mean, obviously I have my alliance. I trust all of those people. I think that I have positioned myself well where people trust me to make the right move and would follow my lead, which is both a positive and a negative because that does put a target on my back. But it's not a position that I really pushed for. Mm-hmm. So I think people trust me, and I hope that they listen. It's not necessarily a trust kind of thing.
Now, you said you think that it's going to be a unanimous vote. Where do you think David's vote's going to go?
Well, he's not talked to me since Tuesday, so I think that puts me at his furthest relationship out. So I'm going to assume me.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I don't care what he thinks.
Oh.
100% honest. I don't care.
Okay. Who do you trust the least aside from David?
We've had actually a couple of discussions, amongst the people that I do talk to, and that now that we've gotten once we get those 2, Zach first and then David second, where do we go from there? Because each of us, I mean, obviously we have our 5-person alliance and we're going to protect those people, but it's who is the boot after that should we go back into the pit? And nobody's really been able to come up with a solid name because while yes, we have our 5-person alliance, everybody obviously has relationships outside of that. So we haven't really made any decisions on where we're going after this. But I definitely think that the hope is that we don't have to make that decision.
Okay. We do have a question from the VL, and I know you kind of already answered it, but this will be quoted specifically to the Viewers Lounge if you want to take that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Who does he trust the most and least?
Well, as of right now, I don't trust David at all, so he would be the one that I trust the least. And in regards to who I trust the most, um, I have a couple people that I definitely tell more than I tell everyone else. I tell Jess, Josh, Kev, and Chantel a bunch of things, a lot more than the other people. But I wouldn't necessarily say that I
Oh,
trust them
sorry,
more.
4 names. For the 4 names?
Jess, Kev, Josh, and Chantel.
Carry on, sorry.
Um, I forgot where I was at, if I'm honest with you.
I wouldn't say there's one person that I trust more.
Oh, then the other, I think, a lot of it is that we, I've, I've kind of put myself into a pickle to where I am a lot of people's other person, the one that they trust the most. And it's not like you can tell people like, "Ooh, I'm working with somebody else," so you've got to sit there and you've got to lie to them. Well, not even necessarily lie to them. You just got to tell them essentially kind of what they want to hear and hope that they believe you. So it's a lot of people trust me, and it's where do I work in that situation?
Okay.
I feel like that's going to complicate things moving forward.
So let's play a little game. This isn't going to the VL anymore. Now we're back on private confessional. All right, let's play a little game. We're going to run down the players on your tribe, and I want you to tell me on a scale of 1 to 10 how you trust them and if you could use them long term or lose them quickly. Chantel.
She's probably in the top 5. I definitely think that she is a long-term competitor that I want to work with moving forward.
David.
Bye.
Aaron.
She's one of those people that she's useful for the moment.
Okay. Jess.
She's one of those people that I want her to at least make it with us to merge. I
Josh.
feel like, go
Oh,
ahead,
sorry.
Josh. No, with Jess, it's one of those things that we definitely have each other's back while we're in the tribe, and the game dynamics change post merge. So it's like, all of these relationships, even the ones that I'm with, like Chantel, all of these relationships are going to change come merge. So,
Now Josh.
I he is part of the alliance. Me, him, Chantel, Kevin, and Lee. So I definitely put him as one of those people that I want to work with long term.
Kevin.
Same as Josh. Definitely one of those people that I want to work with long term and take it as far as we can go.
And Lee.
I definitely want to work with him, at least until merge and see where things go. Love Lee to death, but I think the thing with him is that the time difference makes it difficult. But he's done a very good job of not really letting that impede his ability of communicating with the tribe. So, like, kudo points to him.
All right. You have any final thoughts before I let you go?
Don't fuck me over with this announcement.
All right. Let me stop the recording.